Okay, I'm just going to start game Divinity 2. Really looking forward to this. Started it before this week, but this is the first one I'm going to record. So we're going to classic mode. Difficulty is already very hard. I already know what guy I'm going to be. That dude there. Ifan. But we'll probably come into contact with the main characters as we go anyway. So he looks cool. These are all customs, but obviously if you don't do a custom and you want to do a backstory guy, you get more. So these are origin characters. Fane, I'm probably going to recruit him. Ifan Ben Mazed, he's a fighter, brutal warrior and expert in close combat. So I don't want him to be a fighter. I want him to be not an enchanter, conjurer, cleric, battle mage, wizard, witch, wayfarer. I think is the guy I went. So a survivalist and a practitioner of magic. The wayfarer is hard to hit and even harder to evade. Wait a second, just gonna turn. I think the music volume is pretty ambient. Yeah, that's a bit better. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, I'm gonna be a wayfarer. That's an awesome crossbow. Now the way he is pretty okay. Tags. So he's male, he's human, he's different. Toggle your helmet. Ooh. Awesome. Haha. Talents, yeah, I always go for Pet Pal, at least I have so far, but as you see there's a lot of them. But Pet Pal is just, it opens more dialogue options and you can talk to, animals. Preset, Wayfarer, Finesse, Intelligence, Edit, damage with finesse based weapons and skills. So yeah, he uses daggers. Huntsman. Huntsman increases the damage bonus when attacking from high ground. Geomancer increases all poison and earth damage you deal with any physical armor, restores restoration you cause, and bartering. Bartering improves your haggling skills with each point invested. Traders' items becomes cheaper, your items become more expensive. Oh, that's cool. Appearance, I'll leave him as Dune. Change his face a bit. I guess pretty good. Hairstyle, yeah, that's fine. Carpenter, lumberjack, tutor, that's pretty cool. Facial feature, yep. And obviously you can't change his voice. I'm gonna unclog all that. That's fine. Origin. So a crusader in Lucian's army, you lost your faith as war to claim countless innocents. Now you're a lone wolf mercenary. Your mission: kill Lucian's son. So I'm going to leave him as a wayfarer. We'll see as we go on. He might not be that strong, but it'll be fun. Instruments. Cool. Kind of like that. Yeah. Let's listen to this origin story.
Once I was a crusader for the Divine Order. I pledged my life to Lucian the Divine. The war changed everything. He sent me to save the elves I grew up amongst. I arrived too late. Lucian ordered the use of death fog against the Black Ring, annihilating everyone I once knew in the process. Now I'm a mercenary killer, one of the infamous lone wolves. And my next target is none other than Lucian's own son.
So yeah, let's get this started. Yeah. If you don't want to watch the intro video, just skip on.
It all happened like I knew it would. single drop of source magic. And, like flies to honey, the monsters swarmed. The rebel panicked. The carnage began. And the Magisters pointed their fingers at me. Just as I'd planned. I was shackled and collared, and sent to Fort Joy. I'd come here to kill Godwoken. But instead, I became part of their story.
I think we're going to see her again. Source muted.
Things I do to complete a contract.
Green skull, alas poor soul, better you weren't acquainted.
Nice haircut, Smiley.
Small tome, used to read. Ancient book.
Ah, you're up there. Not too tight, I hope. The collar, I mean. Oh, not to worry. Every dog has to get used to its leash. In the
Continue.
meantime, your next stop will be Magister William. All passengers have to be registered in the ship's manifest, and he's the chap in charge of the logs. You'll find him on the other side of this deck, in the officers' quarters.
Okay, so these are the options. Different options with regard to your talents and your tags. So you pull the thing around your neck, feel demand to know what you're collared, so a soldier, give the Magister a quick salute and report for duty in the good ship, and look around warily and wonder what damnable dungeon you ended up this time. Let's pull
Why,
it.
for my peace of mind, of course. Why don't you try casting one of those source spells of yours? See what happens.
I'll just do it, if I...
Currents of magic surge inside you, boiling, bursting, then breaking, only to fade back into your soul like rain into the earth.
My, look at the concentration on your face. All will, but no result. There you have it, see? The collar's function. It neuters you, of sorts. Makes you unable to cast source. For your own peace of mind, of course. Yours and the whole world's.
Okay, soldier, give the Magister a quick salute and report for duty in a good ship. Outlaw, look around warily and wonder what damnable dungeon you ended up this time. So I think they're all the same. I'm just gonna do
The
this.
good ship Merryweather. But you can stand at ease there, Private. You do realize you're not in any army here, don't you?
Index fingers pressed to her lips, she pauses a moment to give you a scrutinizing...
My word, you do seem a bit befuddled, don't you? Perhaps I was a bit too generous with that sedative. Oh well, I'm sure you'll soon gather your wits. Most likely. Eventually. In the meantime, all you need to know is that we're en route to Fort Joy.
Fort Joy.
A new life awaits. And if you're a particularly good boy, perhaps a cure as well.
An end to source for good.
For good.
So yeah, source is magic. What did I do there? Accuracy. Your chance to hit an enemy base. Oh. Let's see. Oh. Ugh.
In murder. Looks like...
Behind the Magister, a bloodied
Bloodied
mass
mass
lies in a heap. Gore and limbs lie at odd angles. You can't make out a face amid the mess.
Avoid looking into the room between the lurching ship and the smell of blood. You feel a little sick. Peer into the room and ask what happened.
There's been a murder. A sorcerer was killed by one of your own. Lucky you were busy getting your collar fitted at the time, or you'd be a suspect like the rest of them. Waters is investigating. She'll figure out who did it.
I didn't walk away.
Always
Head down.
does. Nothing to see here.
A young Magister stands pale and silent.
Knuckles are
Her
white
knuckles
and
whiten around her.
Ugly sight, isn't it? Burns me up this happened under our protection. We're extremely lucky no Voidwalker followed the source that did this.
So we can inform her that she wasn't this man's protector, she was his captor. That's why she's letting you so close to the crime scene. For all you know, she could be the killer.
She looks up at you with a mirthless smile.
Mirthless. I like the word mirthless.
I was on duty in your room when the murder happened. You were asleep the whole time.
Didn't even stay.
You're one of the only indisputably innocent people on the ship. Unless you can commit murder in your sleep, of course.
So I can say maybe you can. You are a source after all. Tell her that's a trick you haven't quite mastered.
I thought as much. Listen, I could use someone to keep their ears open among the passengers. Sometimes they clam up in front of it. Bring me a good lead, and I'll throw in a shiny gold coin for you.
Laugh. So you think she'd have a magister, someone who's keeping you on lock and key? Not insane.
Thanks. I just want to catch whoever did this before.
Trouble with us. Yeah, so they're gonna watch me if I try and take anything, but if I close the door I might get away with it. Anything in here? Gold. Ooh. Rope's always handy.
Why won't you sing?
Wood chips.
A no doesn't become a yes over time, you know.
So yeah, you don't really know. A lot of this stuff can be used in the future, so I'll just pick it up. Obviously it might be useless, but you never know. Kids. This is Los. She's an origin character.
Ah, there you are. Would you please tell this very charming gaggle of not at all brat-like babes that I am by no accounts this Losa woman, nor do I sing, in fact. I'm deathly allergical.
Play along and take her arm in the green. Yeah, Lewis.
How very correct you
Yeah,
are.
so her
Saxon.
attitude's improved for me.
Madam Josephine Gribbles de P
So-
refuses to be confused
That's
with
fine.
anyone. What?
Her pinched face cracks into a great grin.
Yeah, okay, you found me out. Go on and get, and maybe I'll sing you something when I'm good and ready.
She turns to you, dark-eyed and dirty-haired, and smiles.
Gotta keep ourselves entertained, haven't we?
Nice enough. Shake her hand, Louise, you presume?
You presume right.
Ask if she knows anything about murder happening on board.
Nope. Trying not to find anything out either.
Ignorance is bliss.
The utterer, the better.
Tell her she'll have to have a look around at you. You can watch each other's
Thanks,
backs.
but I already
Ah.
belong to an elite and exclusive ship gang. We play ball every day after lunch. You're too soft for it.
Okay, Lewis.
You take care, though.
Suddenly, her eyes cloud to an unnatural black. Greyish veins run down her face, and her mouth tightens into a cruel sneer. As quickly as they came, the clouds clear. She smiles as though no change came over her.
Good luck, Chief.
What a weirdo. Well,
One of them. I know it.
I'll see her again. Yeah, bedrolls are really, really important. They're like insta-heal outside of combat, so. Always get bedrolls. Ah, I can talk to this goat. I'm not suited for this.
I'm
Sea cow, not shoot.
for this. It's sea cow.
I'd rather see shoot and
Not sea.
take
Haven't
this.
got any shears, have you?
People is this.
Mad? Insufferable, surely.
This
An
one.
elf sits tucked away in a dark spot, lazily rolling dice onto the surface of a barrel.
Crackling of an old witch.
Snake eyes.
She chuckles.
I bet that's just what they'll look like. Rolling dice, deciding fates.
Found whose face she's
Don't worry,
deciding.
honey. It isn't yours.
Ooh.
She looks you up and down with the merest hint of a coy smile on her lip.
Never say never, though.
She can decide fate's dice. Ask if she can read the future and know cow intros as well.
She eyes you quite serious.
Not the future, no. But I can read the past in flesh. One of the perks of being an elf, you see. I'm quite good at it, too. I could lick your arm and tell you how you spent the night before last. Shall I?
You don't see why not. Extend your arm.
She gives your arm a vigorous stroke of the tongue.
You were in a cellar with other sorcerers. As everyone lay sleeping, it seems you and another elf engaged in an action somewhat similar to the one I just performed. Only rather more vigorously.
Stare at the ground embarrassed. That's exactly right.
The truth's right there.
Skin
but don't
deep.
you worry, darling. Your secrets, I don't lick.
Can't tell. So yeah, this is just the beginning, really. As far as I know, yeah, this is like where
Murder most foul, and I strongly suspect you.
stuff happens.
I know it.
Now he's looking.
A knuckle in it. I'm trying to concentrate.
So yeah, he's looking this way, but
They don't care about us.
there's a grease key there, and there's a locked door.
I'll give you that knuckle if you keep carrying on.
One of us wouldn't kill our own. They're picking us off one by one.
So grease key and locked door.
Get to the part where I
Let's press
reassure you
C.
you should
Ah, sneaking failed. Why is it failing?
Being mad.
Depends who's looking now.
insufferable.
No. No one saw. Sweet. I'm just gonna take everything in here. Pear, raw meat, excellent.
Keep those bubbles.
Nothing.
And if she tries to run, shoot to kill.
Ooh, restoration scroll. Restores vitality of a target character. Cures blind or bleeding.
Murder most foul, and I strongly suspect you know all about it.
else I can make, Your Majesty.
I need to get clever with this lock.
Ah, lockpick.
Unacceptable. I've never dined on anything less than a dozen course dinner, and I don't intend to do away with it.
Journal. Just gonna close this door just in case.
There has been a murder,
Journal.
Your Majesty.
Take
That has the Magister's more concern than your
pocket dagger. I'll take the bell.
Don't you get saucy with me when you clearly
Probably
don't
just
know the
food
first thing
I
about
could use.
sauce.
Small poison bottle. Mashed potatoes, cooking pot. And poison bottles are good. Contrived from the scum of Rivelon's vilest trolls' feet. Ugh. Witch gums and demon dunk. This poison could take down an average sized belloc. Oh, that could come in useful. So yeah, this is. I'm gonna need a lockpick skill, or lockpicks. I might find them. This guy.
The
Okay,
Magister starts.
he knows me.
The Magister's face turns white. He makes a move to step backwards.
It is you. Ifan Ben Mesd. I remember you.
Honestly, I remember him well. He never forgot the stench of vile
Way
Vic.
back in the war.
Yeah.
The Magister's eyes darken. His face closes over into a cold mask.
I always knew you'd end up down low. Lower even than us nobodies in the rank and file. The higher the climb, the louder the splat when you fall.
Jesus. Sorry,
And
Victor.
Fort Joy, you're about to fall further than you thought possible. And I'll be listening for the splat.
Oh my god.
Happy landing.
Victor's a bit of a goal.
I d
Just a bit of a fucking goal, you know.
Carrying on.
Bedroll.
One of us wouldn't kill
Bedroll.
our own. They're picking us off one by one.
I'm gonna pick up.
We just skip to the part where I reassure you and you shut up.
Am I encumbered?
You think me
Yeah, I'm
mad?
not. I was just wondering.
Mad,
So these are all very good to have.
sufferable.
Yeah, I'm gonna equip that. Bucket.
What are you trying to hear anyway?
I'll equip a pocket knife as
I'll
well.
tell you if you can keep it quiet long enough.
So let's see what's in this journal. This tome contains no text, instead sketches of dragons fill every page. It's hardly talented but clearly enthusiastic. Mysterious letter, a small sheet of paper exceedingly handwritten.
You, Jill, is that right?
What the
A
hell?
few questions for you.
Your target is another divine bishop, you can the leader of a divine order. Get close and
Jill, aren't you?
So benefactor with a silver claw is the most feared amongst the lone wolves. For some aid with your mission, seek Magister Boris in the ghetto, speak our motto. Clouch or Dumar to identify yourself. May the moonlight your tracks. Roost and Lan. Okay.
As soon as we get to Fort Joy, it'll be time to have words with this Boris fellow.
They don't care about
We've
us.
long to presume Source is a vicious part of civil society, yet we need look no further into the past than the Source King's reign to understand the havoc such magics may wreak.
Picking us off one by
One day another order must follow in the Source Hunter's footsteps. Sorcerers must be muted. The new model of Source collars provided by the Redaman is proving most effective.
Sufferable.
So that's obviously what's on my neck. And I cannot be unequipped. I need someone to take it off for me.
I'll tell you
So yeah,
if you
rope.
keep it
Rope
quiet
is pretty
long
good. You
enough
can
for me to
combine it with
listen.
a lot of stuff. Poison arrows, fire arrows. So obviously this guy is probably not a ranger, but definitely like more of a support character. So I'm gonna have to get another fella who's more of a, you know, charger, runs into the middle and fuck shit up. But I kind of like playing support characters every now and then. Who's this guy?
A divine order loyal.
Because the sorcerer, you know. They know the evidence well enough, but make no mistake. Alright, you didn't have much to say. Let's talk to this dog. Sniff as if Divinity. Blood. No. Go. Back. Yeah. So you don't need to, I'll just talk to the door. I'll talk to this guy first. Name, Ifan. Your name's Isfan Bisman. Do you know how to pronounce it? Ask him what he wants to know. Alright. Alright, cool. This one first.
I spent my life singing for my slaves to bring me my supper.
Find a fair and boiled roots and
roots. Meanwhile, the Magisters feast on honeyed meat behind this very wall.
Okay.
Well.
Yeah.
What have we here?
This is the Red Prince. I'm definitely gonna recruit him because he's a fucking dragon and can breathe fire.
Let's size you up, shall we?
And he's a good.
Up and down, like a farmer would a fetching horse.
His voice acting is very good as well.
All of a sudden, he grips you firmly by the chin, with the intent of inspecting your teeth.
Honor him. Let's see where this leads.
There's some discoloration, but I've seen worse. After all, one can't expect to find prime merchandise on a squalid little ship like this. Now then, to business. You will answer me 3 questions. The first one is this. Can you cook?
You're not answering his damn questions, I believe. Just laugh. Just nod, yeah,
On
sure.
to the second question. Can you knit, weave? In short...
Most certainly, tell him. Given a sheet of satin, you can make a bum look like a baron. Best response.
To feel the caress of satin on my scarlet skin once more. A most satisfactory answer indeed. On then to my final query.
Have you the ability to administer the upkeep of one's personal appearance? The delicate art of cosmetics is what I'm after.
The delicate art of cosmetics is what I'm after.
So you must certainly have personal pride. You're no stranger to combs, powders,
Very
whatever.
basics then. So, 3 questions asked, 3 questions asked. As per your own testimony,
You can cook, tailor, and groom.
tailor,
Well,
and
that's just what I
group.
said,
I
is it?
offer you my sincerest
You're over the moon, tell him you
Of
accept.
course you accept.
Mine
Mine
moving off from
wasn't
his
an
order.
offer. Anyway, you may leave me for a moment.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be his... Not really gonna be his slave. Well,
I'll give you that
surely.
knuckle if you keep carrying on.
So I might just get the other helmet. It's just more armor when I pick up companions.
Can we just skip to the part where I reassure you and you
So
shut
talk to her. So what's left, I think, is the dwarf.
Insufferable, surely.
The dwarf. Fane. Now Fane is wearing a mask, that's why he doesn't look undead now. But I think you kind of have to. I'll speak to the dwarf.
A broad dwarf sits totally upright on the bench, eyes closed, palms face up on his knees. His beard is a cascade of meticulous plaits, each one braided through with golden medallion. He raises an eyebrow as you approach, but doesn't open his...
Listen up, boy. You hear that?
Boy, tell me think twice before dressing like a child.
He opens both eyes and turns his head toward you, looking you up and down. He smiles and closes his eyes once more.
Yeah, I suppose. Hammer the hammer.
You look like
Yeah,
a
boy, damn me.
Listen if you're interested. Or get gone if you aren't.
Ask him what you meant to be hearing.
Shep, of course.
Okay,
A
listen.
wave of sound washes over you. The unintelligible chatter of your shipmates, the groaning of wood from floor to ceiling, the boom, crash and crackle of waves around you, complaints from the sea itself.
And
Yeah, I'm just gonna play it now. The ship is moaning like a sick
sick
man.
as a leper's cat. From the state of it, I'd say she's being cared for by a bunch of
Beardless
beardless
babes who never
loved
loved
anyone but their own mums.
Alright,
But there's more.
listen close.
Listen close.
Close your eyes and try to let the ambient sounds of the ship fade
There
away.
now, just like that. Aha.
His eyes snap open as his countenance breaks into an expression of joy. One great paw claps you on the back. The other catches you before you lose your footing.
There. You heard it, didn't you? I knew it. I knew it.
Aye, this is good
this
news, by
good news,
God.
boy. Good news.
Nod.
The the
Queen.
wheel, don't you see, you beautiful idiot? Squeaks whenever the helmsman jerks it clockwise, which means we're heading east. On my beard. That means if we've been traveling for, yes, only 10.34 nautical miles to Fort Joy.
Yeah, he's good. Tell him he shouldn't talk about such a magnificent beard.
Ah, so you've eyes as well as ears, eh? You'll go far, mate, even here.
Ask him why he's so excited about reaching Fort Joy. You haven't heard anything good about the place.
No, indeed, boy.
That ain't my final
The
destination.
dwarf leans back from the table and strokes his beard, gold medallions jingling merrily. His eyes...
That'll be all. Thank you kindly, boy.
Clock an eye, bro. If you're attaching an escape plan, you
He
want in.
continues stroking his beard, a beatific smile.
Alright.
If you'll be pardoning me, I'll be...
Alright. So I'll talk to this guy. And for this, the first episode, just going to be in or around half an hour. So if I go in here, though, it'll cause an event, which will move the story on from my first go. But what I want to do is go back and see, is there a way to help her with an investigation? There probably isn't, but you never know what people have said that I might be able to remember. So I'll talk to Fane and see what's the story with him.
The elf is reading a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia. He looks up. He reaches out and takes your hand, turning it this way and that, examining it from every angle. He sits back and returns to his book, flicking quickly from
Glenn
page
say
to
what's
page.
fascinating is the lack of survival instincts.
Oh no, my
Quite strong.
instinct to survive is quite strong, as with all mortals. I'm not sure why,
Why you would.
Oh,
It
oh
seems
dear.
to have crossed.
I seem to have crossed some
How difficult.
cultural taboo. You have my apologies, human. Perhaps I should demand the same from those red-cloaked humans.
They laid their hands on me more
They
than
laid
once.
their hands on me more than once.
Looking curiously, you're not sure you understand what's happening. Yeah.
Perhaps. Perhaps not.
Understanding is rather relative.
Understanding. Take this book, for example. I understand
All
all
of
of
it.
it.
No, it makes
It is
sense.
simultaneously too detailed and insufficient.
I know the beginning is still in
I
the
know
end,
the
but I'm
beginning
rather
of
amusing in the
this. Tell
middle.
me, what do you know of our world's history?
Tell him the history of this land is death and slaughter. Better off not doing
Oh,
it.
please. I have no interest in that. No. I want to know about the Celestial.
You must know what your
This
god,
text tells me that they created all creatures.
but nothing of what came
Where
before.
do these gods come from?
Who are their
Who
people?
are their people?
Why
Where
are they
are the
kind?
others of their kind?
So admit that some things aren't known. Look at them incredulously. The gods are forces of nature. They don't have a history. Ask him why he's so curious about the gods.
The elf's face freezes for just a second before he waves his hand dismissively.
Oh, it's just one of my idle curiosities.
We mortals do like to
We
consider these
mortals
things, don't
do
we?
like- Now, please, run along. world to
Yeah,
decipher.
let's press him. Insist. Why was he so curious about the gods?
No amount of pestering will get the
No.
elf to take his eyes off.
So that ended that. So if I talk to this guy, he'll open the door, I'd say. Yeah.
Good. Imagine you faring okay so far.
Say you've been yours. Ask if he'd collar like a dog.
He tugs the collar of his uniform.
Sorry, you're upset, sir, but we all wear what we wear for a
You head
reason.
on in now. Take care of yourself.
Okay. Let's go back and see. Where's this one gone? She's still there. We're around with a book on my head.
So, anything interesting for me?
Ask her to define
I'll
interesting.
take that as a no.
Yeah, I don't really know. Is there any way to to get any information?
I'll need to find another way.
You never know. The rope might be absolutely useless, but you never know. It might be useful.
The woman.
And there's no one really to talk to anymore. And there's no way to get more information. Let's pick up the garlic. I might get recipes for food and stuff. I think I got recipe here, did I? Let's go back over here. And then we'll call this episode 1. And hopefully there'll be an episode 2 pretty quick.
Your Majesty, turnips and water are all I was given.
So let's press L and go into my story so far. A Wolf Alone, The Magisters, Though he's a sorcerer and wears a source collar, Bishop Alexander continues to lead the Divine Order as he's the son of Lucian and is widely assumed he will succeed him as the next Divine. The Meriwether, Lucian the Divine of Seven Gods and Saviour of Riverland is dead. He sacrificed himself to defeat the forces of the Void, leaving his son Alexander to preside over the next chapter of Riverland's history. But Lucian's sacrifice did not buy peace. Instead, the years that followed were plagued by the menace of the Void Woken. These beasts were drawn to the source magic and left death and destruction in their waste. Incapable of wielding the divine powers that his father had at his disposal, Alexander resorted to harsher measures in order to stop the Void Woken. A great pogrom has commenced against sorcerers, those who show the most skill in the manipulation of source. Encouraged by the most trusted advisors, Dallas Alexander has decreed that all sorcerers must be resettled in isolated colonies where they cannot pose a threat to the rest of Rivlon. One such colony is the ancient island stronghold of Fort Joy. It is this place that I, captive sorcerer, am being sent. Troubled waters. Okay, that's the one with dead. We've been told of Magister William at the stern ship in order to be registered. Perhaps we can explore a little before we go. We've been told to receive gold piece as a reward if we bring back evidence to Magister Waters regarding who did it. We're sorcerers being transported to Fort Joy, an ancient fortress on a remote island where Magisters of the Divine Order have established an internment camp. And the collar. I'm bound by a magical collar that cannot be removed. Okay guys, next episode is going to be pretty quick. That was just kind of the start, and as I said, I've already just tested this game. It's very, very enjoyable so far, and as it moves on, obviously we'll get more people. I'm just scanning this place, but yeah, once I go in here something's going to happen, but you're going to see that in the next episode. Thanks.